our 2009 Distinguished Alumni Award Program. This is actually our 11th annual program, and it is definitely an honor to be here today to recognize a former graduate from Oshkosh High School, Oshkosh West High School. And of course, first of all, what I want to do is I want to recognize some guests I have on the stage as far as they're going to help me recognize our distinguished alumni. And first of all, I want to introduce Lindsay Shield. Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay. And Evan Merrimal. Evan. They will be helping me with the presentation of the program this morning. And of course, I want to welcome our distinguished and honorable guest, Ms. Alexis Ludewig. Ms. Ludewig. Distinguished alumni, that's the key word here. And I'm not sure if everybody's aware of where our Wall of Fame is located, but it's down by the index office. And we have this Wall of Fame with plaques located of previous award winners. And this is in recognition of those that have graduated from either Oshkosh High School or Oshkosh West once it turned Oshkosh West back in 1972. Alumni, which is something that about 425 seniors are going to be on June 10th. You're going to be graduates from an institution and you automatically become alumni of that institution. Distinguished is the other part though. What we are looking at now is we're looking at anybody that has graduated from here and has gone on to offer a wide variety of services to everybody out there in the field of the community, education, wherever. And it definitely is an honor today to be recognizing Ms. Alexis Ludewig for what she has done since she left Oshkosh High School back in 1970. So at this point, I would like to continue with the presentation, and I'm going to introduce Mrs. Lindsay Shield to start with our presentation. Lindsay.
All right. What do you call someone who flies small airplanes, enjoys scuba diving, performs search and rescue with dogs, climbs pyramids, and dredges for gold? Thank you for your response. Me, I would call that someone who is way more courageous than I'll ever be in my lifetime. To Oshkosh West High School and to the Oshkosh community, however, we call that type of person a distinguished alumni. Fellow students, staff, and friends of Oshkosh West High School, it is my pleasure to stand before you today and introduce you to a lady who has not done all of these activities that I have just listed before, but who has also made a profound impact in the education field and in the lives of her students. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Alexis Ludewig. Before we present Alexis with her award, I would like to establish Alexis's connection to this very high school and to Oshkosh and share with you some of the accomplishments she has achieved over the years from her graduation. Alexis Ludewig, as a youth, attended St. Vincent's Grade School in Oshkosh. She continued her middle school education at South Park Junior High. She graduated from this high school, formerly known as Oshkosh High School, in 1970 with highest honors. At Oshkosh High School, she was one of the first students in Wisconsin and one of 2 students from Oshkosh High School who attended both college and high school at the same time, a program or opportunity many of us know today as Youth Options. She continued her education at UW-Stevens Point, where she earned a degree in kindergarten and elementary education. She later earned her master's degree from Viterbo University in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Alexis began her teaching career in Phelps, Wisconsin. She taught elementary education for 35 years. Much of her teaching career took place in Northland Pines School District, where she was able to teach in all of that district's elementary schools, and those included Eagle River, St. Germain, and Land of Lakes. As an educator of younger people, Alexis focused on introducing her students to computers and related technology, for she viewed these technologies as vital to the development of her students. Alexis and her efforts as an excellent educator were recognized by the state of Wisconsin. She was granted a Cole Fellowship grant, which allowed her to expand upon her already broad base of knowledge. She was able to purchase a digital camera and do some additional traveling with this grant from the state. Her trips and camera also made it possible for her to bring back her own life experiences into her classroom and enrich the life of her students. All of her traveling and experience paid off when she obtained probably her most prestigious award of all. In 2002, she was named Wisconsin's Teacher of the Year. Ms. Ludewig was recognized at a national level when President George W. Bush and the Secretary of Education, Rod Page, congratulated her for representing Wisconsin in the Oval Office of the White House. She was then featured in George W. Bush's speech, "No Child Left Behind," at Rufus King High School in Milwaukee. This great accomplishment of being named Wisconsin Teacher of the Year was not the end of Ms. Ludewig's career and her influence on the educational field. She held many leadership roles in the education community and continued to widen her understanding and abilities as a teacher. She was an integral part of developing new teaching strategies for all educators. She was an evaluator for the Eisenhower National Clearinghouse and edited and reviewed professional proposals and transcripts for several publishing companies, one of which many of us recognize as Scholastic Incorporated. There she helped develop the Scholastic Red program for teachers. Ms. Ludewig was also a member of the Teacher Advisory Council for NCREL, which is the North Central Regional Education Laboratory. This laboratory is composed of teachers and researchers who help develop new education programs, projects, and curriculum that affect students throughout the U.S. And to top it all off, Ms. Ludewig and her sister, Dr. Amy Swan, wrote a book together in 2007 titled 101 Great Classroom Games that was published by McGraw-Hill. This book is now actually in its second printing. As you can see, Alexis Ludewig has accomplished many things since her graduation from Oshkosh High School in 1970. She was able to establish herself as an outstanding elementary educator, an author, and professional editor. Her accomplishments are ones that she has created through her own hard work and dedication. Alexis Ludewig today is still active in the art of teaching others, a lifelong passion of hers. She's always looking for new ways to grow and explore in not only her role as an educator, but also as a person. Her love of life and love of education is what has made her our choice for this year's Distinguished Alumni Award. Who knew someone from Oshkosh, let alone a student from this very high school, could accomplish so much? And who knew that teachers, yes, teachers that we sometimes give a hard time to and sometimes don't appreciate near enough, could be so full of exploration, experience, and excitement? I think Alexis and her achievements represent the importance of our education system and how fortunate we are to have these resources available to us. It is my pleasure once again to name her as this year's Distinguished Alumni.
Well, again, I just want to welcome all of you to the 11th Annual Distinguished Alumni Awards Ceremony. In 1998, Oshkosh West High School announced the establishment of the Oshkosh West High School Distinguished Alumni Award, and as some of you might already know, the purpose of the award is to honor the alumni of Oshkosh West High School, as well as the former Oshkosh High School. These alumni have distinguished themselves by excelling in their professions and have made noteworthy contributions to the communities. The Distinguished Alumni Award identifies role models for Oshkosh West High School students and provides opportunities for students to interact with the award winners. Nominees are enrolled for acceptance by family, friends, as well as colleagues. Each distinguished alumnus is chosen by a selection committee composed of current and former West High School faculty members, as well as student representatives from each class and alumni members from the community. Each year, the selection committee reads through the accomplishments of each alumnus and selects their top 3 choices. When voting is completed, the ballots are then reconciled, and whoever receives the highest vote will be that year's distinguished alumnus. This year's recipient, Ms. Alexis Ludewig, will receive a permanent plaque set up in the W Wing hallway right across from the guidance office, as well as a personal plaque for herself. At this time, please allow me to present Ms. Alexis Ludewig as, and it is an honor to declare her as this year's Distinguished Alumni Award winner.